It's Bethany Dawson. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to kick off with the Times, Alison, and this is all about retro toys making a bit of a comeback, including marbles, which I have to say, and this is page 7 of the Times, is a big one in my house. We have them stacked in boxes under the bed, but certainly it's made a big sort of comeback.
It has,
hasn't it?
Yes, but not just marbles. So Beano toys are a new category using the Beano brand. What else have we got? We've got Care Bears, Stretch Armstrong, Tamagotchi, Sylvanian families, Pac-Man.
Yeah, we've got Sylvanians.
I remember Pac-Man. That dates me clearly, but
but actually, what we have in our household is toys that belong to, say, my husband, me, that were kept. Toys like the Sylvanians that the kids now play with now.
Yeah, yeah.
Which shows you that brands like that were actually very well made.
Yes. Well, one of the things we know is in tough economic times, and you could say it's a bit tough at the minute, we hold on to things from the past. We're sentimental, and we get comfort from the toys and the memories that were from better times. So it's not surprising that the toy business or toy industry is leveraging this as well.
I love this story. Top Trumps. Also, was it the late 70s or so, wasn't it? Now selling millions of packets worldwide in 20 languages.
Yes, incredible.
Very good. Let's move on to the Eye, Bethany, please. This is the front page of the Eye. Their headline, opening up NHS to private firms will be the price of Trump trade deal. Number 10 are warned.
So this story is saying that the UK is being warned that if they want a full-fat trade agreement with Donald Trump, with the US, they are going to have to put parts of the NHS within that deal. That is going to be a red line for the American side of that discussion. What that would mean, it seems, according to this story, is access to our medication production and the price that the NHS pay for drugs. They want to change that to essentially charge more money, and they want to stop some of those NICE guidelines. NICE are the people that regulate our medications, and they do other things. They want to crack down, they want to actually loosen the regulations that NICE do. Now, that is a massive want if it is the case. That is going to be a huge bit of discussion, of debate. It will really change the way, potentially, that the NHS works. And as we know, the NHS is not currently in a very shiny spot. So kind of bartering on the price of drugs will be, I don't think, something the UK will be very keen on, but they are going to want that full-fat trade agreement. So it will be a really interesting element of that discussion.
And what we know about Donald Trump, Alison, is he's very transactional.
He's, the book that was ghostwritten, The Art of the Deal, it's about deals. And if you look at some of the things he did in his first term, first 4 years as president, they were very transactional, and they were all about doing deals, really. So yes, diplomacy is at the other end of the spectrum, transacting's one side of it. The other side of it.
We're going to head over to The Guardian now. This is page 45, and Fair Trade, they're reporting, could offer support to UK workers. What's this about? So,
in March, Fair Trade get a new CEO, Eleanor Harrison, and basically she's saying that we could go further with the Fair Trade sort of stamp of transparency. At the moment, Fair Trade sort of accreditation, for lack of a better phrase, is on goods outside the UK. So it's those producers who are in other parts of the world. So it's not the UK, and it isn't Europe, the EU either. But what increasingly consumers are asking for is more transparency in supply chains. So even though you might be a producer in one part of the world, you still may have processes that are UK-based. And to be able to accredit all of the processes between manufacturer and when you buy it as a customer or consumer, Fair Trade could play more of a role and therefore protect people's rights, expose brands that say they're doing one thing and not really doing it and doing something else. So there's an opportunity really for fair trade to broaden its tentacles into other parts of how brands operate and ideally raise the standards.
Okay, it'd be interesting to see where that goes.
Yeah.
Bethany, talk to me about this story. It's page 12, isn't it, of The Guardian? And it's all about paternity leave and where that could possibly go.
Yes, so the first member of the Cabinet is taking full paternity leave. Ian Murray, the Scottish Secretary, is going to take the full allowance of paternity leave. And when I was reading that, sort of, you know, back in the files, knowing how long paternity leave was, I thought, wow, that's really incredible. The second line, he's taking his full 2 weeks. And so this is kind of sparking a discussion of, firstly, Labour, what are they doing for paternity leave? That's in this story. But secondly, generally about the UK's practice around maternity and paternity leave, you know, how much is given and what pay there is. The statutory amount you get paid is either 90% of your salary per week or £184, whatever is lower. And one campaigning group, the Dad Shift, has noted that's half the minimum wage. So there is not, there are a lot of points being made about how paternity leave could be reformed, and it's been sparked by this front bencher.
OK, we'll have to leave it there, ladies. Really fascinating stories. We'll be back after a very short break. Stay with Sky News.
I saw police being forceful, pushing young men and women